Assalamu alaikum. Hi, Oracle Reiki Spiritual Healer. And what we have today is a client edition where I have Sister Harris. She has reached out to me for my help with her son's girlfriend, sending her the evil eye, sending the higher spirits to their situation. Her son has recently went to jail, and she believes because this girlfriend wants to remove her out of his life. She thinks that he spends too much money and time on his mother. So this is a typical case of the evil eye. This is a typical case of this person, maybe a spiritual narcissist who has hired negative entities in order to attack the family or the relationship between this mother and son. So, you would usually hear this more prevalent when it is a married person, when it is a mother-in-law or, a wife. But it can also happen when a person wants to control the male, or, in a relationship, of a dating relationship. So we want to make sure that we are cleansing this negative energy. And, with Sister Harris' son going to jail, Sister Harris had to go and pay her son's rent for him. So she was able to obtain some kind of clothing from this particular person that has sent the negative energy. So it very well helps when you know the person that is sending the negative energy, that has sent you the evil eye to your finances, to your health, or to stagnate you in life. So it helps to know the person. And, if you know the person, then you can send that evil eye back to them. So the evil eye can be sent intentionally or unintentionally. Sometimes people send the evil eye to children, not knowing that they are, saying this child is so beautiful, they're so handsome, or whatnot, without adding, Bismillah, or, God's name over the child. And or saying that, maybe God will give me a child that is beautiful, or whatever you may have, that a person may become excessively jealous or envious over. So you have to always understand that when someone is sending the evil eye towards you, then it is something that you have, that they have become jealous over. And in cases like this, the person has sent the evil eye intentionally. They have hired the spirit of disaster intentionally to stagnate the relationship, to separate the relationship. And this happens a lot with husbands and wives. This happens a lot when you have family members that don't want to see the husband and wife together doing well, doing better than them. So you can cleanse this negative energy again by having something that belongs to the person. If you do not have anything or cannot obtain anything, something that the person ate off of, a plate, a glass, a spoon, a sock, a shirt. If you do not have anything that belongs to the person, then their name, you can, dissolve their name in water and take a bath with that person's name. And this helps whether they have sent the evil eye to you intentionally or unintentionally. So there are other rituals that will, remove that negative energy, but this will help you in order to, get rid of that sting that they're sending before it starts to set in and cause disaster. When you know the person, there is a cleansing ritual that goes with this method. There is a purifying ritual. And, just using the person's article and the name is, it's going to work for a while, but it's not going to be long term. So you have to use the ritual and the method in order to remove this type of evil eye long term, especially if it's, in this case, sent intentional by the person to harm and create disaster in the relationship. So, I wanted to bring this to your attention because there are a lot of people who go through this type of attack, and again, I usually have these types of attacks, from married people, from people that are experiencing, mother-in-laws, sister-in-laws, the evil eye. People want to control their relative and they have married into a new relationship. So when I have these types of attacks upon another person that's in a relationship with their son, that's in a relationship, a normal relationship with the family, then what we want to do is make sure I identify the person that is sending the evil eye. So in identifying that, a lot of times people will record conversations. Sometimes they can, record it, on cameras inside the house where this person is just saying negative things to them, that I'm going to attack you. I'm going to do something to you. Why is he always doing stuff for you? And I could use that. And I asked him for that. So when I get those types of conversations that's recorded, like in Sister Harris' case, then we have to understand that that person has identified themselves as having a wicked spot, as having negative energy, being envious and jealous of you. So we have to make sure that we create the cleansing space. We have to cleanse the air from that type of attack, of her sending the evil eye, that type of black matter, to create destruction upon their relationship. And a lot of married people don't understand that this will happen to you. I have more women who come to me with people sending the evil eye to their relationship than men. The only time that I get men that come to me for this type of situation is when they have a friend that is outright trying to, destroy their relationship with their wives. I've had some, men come to me and say that their friends were trying to destroy, their relationships on the job or with their girlfriend or things like that. But it's mostly women that can detect these people. Their intuition is usually on point, and they're usually able to catch those persons in the act of saying nasty and malevolent things to them, sending them the evil eye, belittling them. And this is what we have to do in order to make sure that the men folks know what's going on around them. That, this person doesn't like your mother, or this person doesn't like your father if you're a female in this type of situation. It could happen to anyone, but I've had this happen with mostly women, and the women's intuition is always on point when this type of thing is going on in a relationship. You're not even married yet, but you're acting like, I'm a problem already. And just look at you. So, when we're cleansing this negative energy, I have used a couple of methods in order to cleanse this negative entity from a person. It has started to set up on Sister Harris' health. As I said, she had become very sick. She went into the hospital for a couple of days. She was having heart problems, heart palpitations. She fell down, in her house after she found out that her son had been incarcerated. And I had to, remind her about letting things get on top of her and being under anxiety. That's what the entity wants, for you to be sick, for you to worry yourself to death, for you to, worry about somebody sending something negative to you, for you to be obsessed. When you become obsessed and you become sick from a person attacking you, then it sticks to you even more. So we don't want to become obsessed, and we don't want to, worry ourselves over this person doing malevolent things or sending or hiring spirits towards us. We want to go ahead and understand who the person is. God has already given you the discernment to see that person. And so you are able to cleanse that negative energy because you know who the person is, who's sending out those higher spirits and the evil eye. So I hope that this has helped you. Please reach out to me in the description below. Book your one-on-one chat sessions with me. Book your consultations. That's the quickest way for me to acclimate a gift to your situation and send it to your front door. Like, share, and subscribe to me over all of my platforms. Donate to me. Book your life coaching sessions or your video chat sessions. I'm High Oracle, Reiki Spiritual Healer. Assalamu alaikum.